Hey guys, this is the personal update I was telling you guys I would be doing. First of all, I wanted to introduce you to the new member of our family. This is Mr. Champy. His full name is Sir Champion Floofypants. Say hello, buddy. You okay there, little buddy? I'm going to let you run away. Ouch. He is actually a special needs cat. My boyfriend and I were looking to adopt another cat to give company to our ragdoll, Miss Blue, who is also a rescue. And we had contacted a rescue organization who called our vet to check up on us and see if we were responsible pet owners. And our vet called us and said, we actually have a cat here that needs to be rescued. And he is a purebred Persian, and he's like a hybrid Persian, which is the really mushed face. They're very expensive from what I understand. I don't know. I've actually never had a desire to buy a Persian. I'm not a fan of that mushed face look. But he was a special needs cat, and he has a level 4 heart murmur, which means essentially that he could drop dead at any minute. So we were kind of iffy about adopting him for that reason. We didn't want to get like emotionally invested in this cat. We found out that he had been sold to this woman, and she took him to the vet and found out he had a heart condition, and she had him for a month, took him back to the breeder and said, I don't want him. So she had this lovely little kitten for a month, and he's the most friendly thing. Decided she didn't want him. Just got rid of him. So the breeder can't sell him because he had a heart problem. He's got special needs. He might need medicine in the long run. So they asked us if we wanted to take him. And we went to go meet him and see if he'd be a good fit for our little family. And we walked in the door with the cat carrier, and he came running out of nowhere from the back of this woman's house, right up to us, purred all over us, then climbed into the cat carrier and lay down. So we decided it was meant to be. So we named him Sir Champion Floofypants. We call him Champy for short. So he's a real sweetheart. He's a lot of work, and he's super cute. I like his little squashed face now. So he's a real sweetheart. So that was one thing that happened in my personal life. Been dealing with a little special needs kitty, and he does need a lot of attention. Another thing, I got an internal promotion, the equivalent of one at work, so I've been incredibly busy. That's one reason I haven't done any videos for a very long time. I've been doing a lot of overtime, and I've been very stressed out and very tired, so I haven't really had the will to do a video. Even on the weekends, I'm so tired I can barely muster up the energy to exercise. So that's one reason I've been absentee. I also had a lot of car problems. I finally got a new car. I had a Ford Fiesta, and for any of you who don't drive a Ford, which, you know, I hope you don't for your own sakes, the Ford Fiesta has had like a new debut engine from Ford in it, and the transmission is completely bad, and the company won't acknowledge it, and the transition blew out on me three times within a month's period, and then I had to go through this whole hassle with them, and it was like another 3 months before I was finally able to get rid of it and get a new car. And I had called Ford about this problem, and they were making me pay to have them look at the transmission, which they had issued a letter to me saying was wrong. And I called their service and I said, hey, why do I have to pay if you guys sent me a letter saying we're going to look at your transmission and fix it because there's been a history of problems? And the Ford representative literally said to me, and I quote, ma'am, that's not our problem. So I'm done with that company. I will never buy a Ford vehicle again. I had never heard the term fix often, repair daily before this, but as I heard it afterward, I will never buy a Ford again. So I got a Hyundai Elantra 2012 Limited, which is very nice, makes my commute a lot easier because it's got heated seats and everything, and that's like essential for New England. I didn't have that in my old car because it was an economy car. So that was another thing that I kind of went through for a while, and it was very hectic and tumultuous in my life. It put a lot of strain on me, and I actually got my first white hair from that, and ironically, it's not in my hair, it's actually in my eyebrow. I have like a pure white single eyebrow hair that just kind of sticks out and does its own thing. And I could probably pluck it, but it makes me laugh every time I see it when I do my makeup in the morning. The other thing I wanted to touch on in my personal life is that for those of you who've been subscribed to me for a while, you've probably noticed I went from wearing contacts to wearing glasses all of the time. And the reason that is I have very, very, very bad eyes. A lot of contact lens manufacturers don't even make my prescription, and my eyes have gotten increasingly bad over the years. My eye doctor took a look at me and he said, "You're going to be like legally blind by the time you're 30 um, if you don't get surgery for your eyes." And I was like, "Well, I can't afford it. I still can't afford it." And he told me, he's like, "You need to do that this year because you may not be eligible anymore." And that was last year. And I couldn't afford it, so I didn't do anything about it. And my eyes have degraded to the point that I can no longer tolerate contact lenses at all. I put them in and my eyes like reject them, they fall out. And my prescription went up again, and it's been getting very bad. And I went back to my eye doctor for my yearly checkup about a month ago, and he was like, "Why haven't you done anything about this?" And he's like, I don't think you're eligible at all anymore. And you need to go see a specialist now, or else you're going to go blind. You need to get the surgery." So somehow I have to try and find a way to pay for eye surgery. But that is why my videos, it's probably a little hard to see what I'm doing because I have glasses on all the time. It's because my vision is just so bad. And my boyfriend is kind of active on Reddit and everything. And he told me, he's like, "You should definitely start like a Kickstarter or something, or like GoFundMe to try and pay for this because I cannot afford it." I'm heavily in debt as it is, especially since I had to get a new car because mine essentially stopped working. So I'm going to try and do that. I've heard of people that decided they just didn't want to pay for their own college student loans. I read about some girl who was like this rich girl who just didn't feel like paying her loans, so she started a Kickstarter and she paid them all off even though she had a job and her family was paying her loans for her. So I figured if people would be willing to help a spoiled little rich girl pay off her student loans, maybe somebody out there will be willing to help me uh, have eye surgery so I won't go blind. So that's just an explanation for why I've been wearing glasses in all of my videos lately. I think that's all that's new with me. I've just been very busy, very tired, uh, very stressed about different things in my life. I hope you all have had a wonderful season, a wonderful holiday. I did enjoy Christmas. It was the first Christmas I had with my boyfriend. I mean, it's not our first Christmas together, but it was the first Christmas where we had our own Christmas. We had our own Christmas tree. We got Christmas decorations. We had our own stockings and everything, and that was really nice. He really spoiled me. It was very, very nice. I can't wait till next Christmas. Only 11 months to go. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing very well, and I'll try and be better about uploading videos for my subscribers. So, arrivederci.